Rumor has it that whenever you cover Majesty Lord Blaster, people that haven't played the game for 10 years will suddenly get interested. Hello folks, and welcome back to another Dear Days video, in which today we're gonna finish the trifecta. You may have noticed that the recent videos that have been going up have been the original big three: MLB, PBO, Dragonic Overlord, and of course we're gonna finish up that trio with the protagonist today of Majesty Lord Blasters. So let's get into it. Majesty Lord Blaster, of course, is everyone's favorite MLB, Major League Baseball. Let's take a look. So of course, if you've never heard of Majesty Lord Blaster and you're one of the new kids that started Vanguard from recent years, Majesty Lord Blaster is a super iconic unit from way back in the very early days. And so what Majesty Lord Blaster does is he combined the powers of light and dark. He was the first deck that officially asked you to play multiple clans in one deck in order to function. So you would play Blaster, it's a Royal Paladin deck back when we still had clans, but it used Shadow Paladin cards in it too. So what Majesty Lord Blaster says is, if you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark in your soul, he gets plus 2000 power and plus 1 critical as a continuous ability. So this also lasts on your opponent's turn, so you're 15k on your opponent's turn, which makes, if they attack you with 23, now you only need 10k to guard instead of needing 15, so it's very cool. But then when you attack with him, you can perform the following. You can put up to one Blaster Blade from your rear into soul to retire an opponent's rear guard, and you can also put a Blaster Dark from your rear into soul to get a drive plus 1 as well. So you don't have to do both of those effects, right? You want to have both of them in the soul, but you usually have Blaster Blade in the soul from the ride line. And then if you use the on attack skill to put a Blaster Dark in the soul, you get triple drive. And basically with this deck, you just want to be triple driving all the time. You don't actually put the Blaster Blades into the soul that much. You just have them in there once and that's it. Usually just going to keep chucking in Blaster Darks and always trying to find Blaster Darks, because that's the most important part of the deck in my opinion. So that's basically how MLB works. Our ride line consists of a good old doggo, Wingle Brave, a very good classic, and we play Little Sage Marin. So Marin says when you ride over it with a grade 2 Blaster, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and choose up to one grade 2 with Blaster and its card name from among them and reveal and add it to your hand. And if you didn't reveal a card, you can call up to one Wingle Brave from your soul to rear. So you're not actually forced to call it, but it does make you a card, but usually we want to be able to find a Blaster off of this as much as possible. So that is a grade 1, and the grade 2 of course is the Blaster Blade itself. I love this art, by the way. It's super beautiful for the 10th anniversary of Vanguard a couple years back, or last year rather. So this is the main trump card. This is like the Dark Magician of Vanguard basically. So if you don't know it, welcome, you've now met Dark Magician, but for those of us that have been around for a bit, this is the face of the game. So has 2 effects. When placed on Vanguard Circle, you can count plus 1 to retire an opponent's rear guard, but if you didn't retire, you draw a card. Whoa, it's just like Gandiva. Could it be? Blaster Blade warned us about the future of the Gandiva meta? Crazy. But when you call it to rear instead of Vanguard Circle, you count plus 1 to retire an opponent's grade 2 or greater rear guard. So it can pop intercepts, but it cannot pop boosters when it's called, so do keep that in mind. But Blaster Dark can. So when Blaster Dark is placed on Vanguard or rear guard circle, you CB1 and pop one of your own rear guards to choose an opponent's rear guard and retire it, and then he also gets drive plus 1. Now you might be thinking, oh, why don't you just play this on the Vanguard Circle? Well, the main reason why is we don't consistently, we don't really want to be popping our own things. The only card you want to pop of your own is Wingle Brave, but then if you hit the Marin search, it's not as good. So I think just drawing a card or retiring a card from Blaster Blade is usually better. So that's why we play it the way we do. And the other effect from Blaster Dark is that if you retire one of your own rear guards this turn, whether even by overcalling, by the way, it still counts, you'll have plus 5k continuously. So that's also very good. So now how are we actually making this that good, right? I mean, this is like we're just punching a few times and not really doing anything with it. Well, that's where you're wrong, because we have a new card here in set 8 that came as a promo, which is Knight of Old Fate Cordelia, or I just like to call her Cordelia because she looks like a young version of Cordelia from Fire Emblem Awakening, and I think that's great. So she's actually the carry of the deck. She's what makes the deck really cool. And she says, continues back or center rearguard circle. If your Vanguard's Majesty Lord Blaster, she gets the following abilities. So first one is an auto skill that at the end of all that she boosted, you can count almost 1 to choose up to 1 Blaster Blade and up to 1 Blaster Dart from each from your soul, and call them each to rearguard circles in the same column. So you have to call them to the same column. You can't make 5 attacks, you can only do up to 4, but keep in mind that each of them is up to 1. So you don't have to call Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark. You can choose to call just one of them. So if you have 2 Blaster Darks in your soul and 1 Blaster Blade, you can go, oh, I can pop out the Blaster Dark and not lose a defensive buff on MLB, and that way you can still do the 4 attacks as well. And in my opinion, the most important part of her skill is the second one, the last one, which says that if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, all your grade 2 rearguards get boost. So this one's really important because of course we can make columns of the blasters and make them boost each other. We also have Maple, who every time we ride a grade 3 or greater Vanguard and she's in the drop, if we don't have her on the board, she calls herself out, so she can be just like a repeating booster. But most importantly, it's for Emmeline. Emmeline is the whole reason why I actually built Blasters IRL. So I actually built PBO first IRL, and then I built MLB later down the line. I love her art. This is like from the D series, this is one of my favorite arts so far actually, because I feel like not only is Emmeline super pretty, like obviously like oh my god, but look at the perspective, look at the background, like look at the colors, everything's so just pleasant to look at. I'm a huge fan of Emmeline. So Emmeline says, when you call her, you Soul Blast 1. So you have to call her from hand, and then you can Soul Blast 1 to look at top 5 to choose a blaster that you find from there and call it to rear, or reveal and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. But if you add it to hand, you have to discard 1. So if you find something like MLB from this, you can choose to either call it or add it to your hands, then later have Persona Ride. But if you find one of the grade 2 blasters, you always want to be calling it because it's an attacker that you can then put into the soul for MLB as well. And usually you want to find Blaster Dark from her specifically. But more importantly, when your unit with Blaster and its card name attacks, she gets plus 5k, and this is not once per turn. So your Vanguard swing, she gets plus 5k, but if you go like Blaster Dark swing, MLB swing, and then use Cordelia's effect to call another Blaster Dark, swing with Blaster Dark, then Emmeline has gained plus 15. She's a 25k on her own, with Persona that's 35. And because Cordelia allows your grade 2s to boost, you can actually make a column of 2 Cordelias and have potentially maximum 70k power column. Because, so the 70k includes a trigger, so minimum 60k on Persona with that specific combo. If you put the 3 triggers, obviously that can go harder, but 60k minimum of 2 Emmelines, because you'll essentially have 2 25s in the Persona to make 60, which is crazy, right? And so just keep in mind when making your columns to like your blasters can boost, but they can also attack, and make sure that she's getting the plus 5k because it's going to add up a lot. And then we have a little bit of deck space outside of like the Maple to play some other cards. Normally here, you know, we'd also be playing stuff like the Spiral Cutie Angel in set 10, but that'll come out a bit later, so we'll come back to that at some point. But you know, sometimes we get our Blaster Blade or something retired and we want to put it back into the soul in order to have MLB's buff or to be able to call it out from Cordelia. And that's why we use Drilling Angel. So Drilling Angel says, when you call it to rear, you put a unit from your drop into your soul, look at top 3 from your deck, and choose up to 1 with the same card name as the card put into your soul for the cost from among them, call it to rear and shuffle your deck. So basically you can put a card from drop, and then if you look at top 3 and you have that card in the top 3, you can call it. If not, then whatever, just skip it. But the main goal of using Drilling Angel is just to refuel these cards as well. No Cardfight. Cardfight is actually an option too. You can choose to play Cardfight, but I feel like I want to be using most of my CB essentially on either the blasters themselves to like control the board a little bit, or just on Cordelia to like get those multi-attacks out as well. So I'm choosing to use my last 2 spaces on Fionuala. Fionuala basically is an aggro card. Usually you're pretty good at aggroing with this deck by using your Emmeline. But when you don't draw Emmeline, sometimes it will happen. You know, you'll mulligan hard for her and you won't find her. Fionuala will help you to push because she says if there are no other units in the same column as her, she gets plus 10k. So she's an 18k attacker. If you go second, you're asking your opponent for a 15k guard on their like on a random rear guard, right? And on top of that, keep in mind that what her effect means is that you have to have no cards in the same column as her, and your opponent as well. So don't call something behind her, she'll lose that buff. But has like a surprise aggro card. People play this card in a lot of different decks just because she's like so strong on her own. So that kind of rounds out the deck. Trigger wise, we're running like 8 crit 3 draw. We're running the 1 Gratias Gradale as well, the Cup Regulus piece, just because we're able to, you know, proc MLB's Persona Ride, because we're still, you know, a multi-attack deck, and the Persona Ride is always going to help, right? So if we don't draw into MLB, then at the very least we can proc it with the Cup. So that is it. That is the deck itself. A bit of a longer explanation for this one because I really wanted to go over it. So now let's get into a fight and take a look at MLB in action. Gonna press record as soon as we step into ladder, and that way my deck doesn't get camera shy, and we're good. All issues are avoided. All right. Duxun Tundo. Let's have a good one. Let's have a good one. My name is Yev. That's right. Tell it to the streets. Tell it to the people. Let me bump my lights a little bit. I notice that I'm a little in the dark here. Damn, people have been throwing scissors like crazy. Okay, so if I've thrown scissors twice, he's gonna think I'm gonna throw rock, and reading that's gonna go throw paper. I'm gonna throw scissors again. What? I'm gonna do it again. No, but now he's gonna throw. What? His determination. His determination. Oh my god. That's crazy. Whoa. Damn. I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed, dude. The determination of that rock, paper, scissors. God damn. Already lost, bro. At this point, just concede. FF. He has your entire deck memorized by now, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Alright. They're thinking an awfully long time about their ride target, though. Maybe they just smashed scissors. Perhaps. Okay. Is this just... No, it's not Jiva, right? It's just Mahar. Were there any good generic Dragon Empire cards that Mahar could play? Or not really. Actual TD? Nah, you wouldn't have these if there was a TD. And you wouldn't mean Masters either. You wouldn't mean Masters. But I feel like by this format, Mahar felt pretty out of it. So, we shall see. Vanilla Overdress? Oh, Overlord Rush? Oh, I hope it's not. I'm MLB, bro. I am the Majesty Lord Blaster. Light and darkness become one, bro. Don't underestimate me. Oh damn, we got like a whole lot of nothing. I'm a little bit of... I have no idea what he's playing, so I'm gonna play it safe and not call. Because usually I would call this pretty early. Just to push. Oh, we got the aggro pieces. Nice. But she's kind of good only when you don't open anything better. Alright, whiffs a heal. Good enough. Good enough. I like whiffed heals. No Aichi skin? Hell no. Do I look like I want to spend money on the Aichi skin? Do I look like Aichi fan 69? Who would spend that kind of money on an Aichi skin? I'm not. I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to break your heart. But I'm not. It's not me, bro. It's not me. Alright, come on. My opponent really taking their sweet old time here. Like, goddamn. Okay. They ditched a Verino. Gonna search that Trickstar. Nothing else you can search. No reason to take too long. Calls to front. Surely it's gonna be an Arcs. There we go. That's an Arcs. That's more like it. That's more like it. What's next? That one kid thing FNAF song at a school competition? No, I also don't know what FNAF song sounds like. I'm not FNAFified like the Fortnite youth are. I've not been FNAFified like the Fortnite youth. Damn, my cup went into the damage. I damaged my own cup. I only really need 1 CV, so I'm gonna choose to play a bit more defensively here. This might be no DLC gang, perhaps. It's a brave Mahar warrior. I respect it. What do we draw? Ooh, another Emmeline. Okay, then I think we don't need you. We kind of need her when we don't have Emmeline, but Emmeline does so much work. She just does so much work. Please find Blaster Dark. Thank you. Ugh, find nothing. Fantastic. Great. Splendid. Alright, Blaster Blado! Go and break Verena Arx's neck. And now Emmeline will find Blaster Dark, surely. Cordelia from Fire Emblem, yes. Yeah, that is actually the new addition. Cordelia from Fire Emblem. Nice. Alright, pretty good start. This is like usually, even in like the set 10 build of the deck, this is kind of what you want your early board to look like. So yeah, this is the big blaster support card, Cordelia. So she gives you a Great 2's boost, and she also can pop out Blaster Dark, Blaster Blade as well. She looks like a Peg Rider from FE. She does, right? She really does. I wish I could change where my effects and stuff pop up. You know? Because like I'm covering them with my camera here. Not great. Oh, Blaster Dark in case this one gets taken out. That's good. Damn, I even get a cut in for Blaster Blade. Look at that. Special animation. Lovely. Ooh, that's a Nirvana right there. Yeah, I wouldn't say she looks like Anna. Alright, this is 20k shield actually. It's pretty awkward. Oh, we push it in. Good. Let's go MLB. Let's go MLB. Doing it right. Do I know who Sorbet is? No, I do not. Sounds like some Fortnite kid knowledge. Alright, here comes Mahar. Not Mahar. It's gonna be just regular Nirvana first. The good old classic. Damn. I'm not bugging right. We're both masters. It took me so long to get to masters because I didn't really like actively play the game so much. But let's see. Ooh, Himena. Gonna go for the search. Alright. Isn't that a Dragon Ball Z villain? You mean the card he discarded? This one? N10? This dude? I don't know my Dragon Ball that well, so I can't tell you. Ooh, Urger, okay. Is this even Mahar? This is just regular. This is just Protag battle, bro. This is anime. This is just anime, dude. Protagonist battle. I respect it. I respect it. Protagonist battle is kind of hype. I feel like this deck might be better than Jiva Lamau. Jiva's a bit of a question mark. You gotta put a booster down behind this dude though. Or does Urger only... Can you not go into Urger when you go first? What's the point of the Trickstar here? He doesn't get power, right? Yeah, he's just gonna be sitting there. Alright, no guard. We need Chrono in the house. Damn. True. What was the deck where you drew 10 million cards? Oh, the prayer. The prayer build. The prayer build is pretty funny. Damn. Still checking defensives too. Honestly, I should put on Emmeline instead probably, but I'm assuming he's gonna go face. It's gonna be 38. He can actually retires something, which would be kind of annoying if he does. It'd be annoying if he retires Cordelia. Yeah, Urger overdresses after a Trickstar attacks a Vanguard. I think it specifically has to attack Vanguard. So let's see. Where is this? I think it's gonna go face, but I wonder what he's gonna retire. If he is gonna retire, or he's gonna keep it for Urger. Okay, that's a plus 10k gain. Do you go for the additional cost? Oh! Blaster Dark, that's like the only... There's only 2 wrong answers and there's 2 right answers. And he actually went for the one of the 2 wrong answers. Damn. I mean, I'm not complaining. Not complaining whatsoever. Oh, we're getting a lot of MLBs here. At this point, I feel like I don't... I want to keep the Emmeline for later because I don't think she'll last on the board for too long. But for now we ride up. And I think we just hard call Blaster Dart. I could theoretically pop his big booster there as well. Can get rid of the dog. We have more CV to burn in this version of MLB, just because we're not playing Spiral Cutie. So let's get rid of your intercept. This way I can just kind of go smash face. No, I cannot actually do this because I need the soul. That's like the problem with calling out the dog. When the search from Marin whiffs, you lose out on a soul. And even though like the Wingull Brave call is optional, I know my grade 2s have boost, but I don't want to soul blast the Blaster Blade. That's the thing. Oh, I guess I could have just called the Emmeline just to make a... You can make a double Emmeline column and then... Because the Emmeline has boost then. But here we get triple drive, so we should be able to build up our hand anyway. So it should be fine. Alright. Emmeline gets her power. Very nice. Whoop! Marin is a giant. Yeah, Marin is a giant. Alright, now MLB! Light and shadow become one! I ride Majesty Lord Blaster! Alright, down to 3 cards in hand. Pretty good. MLB really isn't that bad, by the way. I don't know why it took us... Ayo! 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 Come on, hit one crit, bro. Just one. All it takes is one. Smooch. Wait, I might as well ride. Screw it. We got drive checks, bro. This is actual plus. Me calling out the boys is literally just plussing. So might as well go for it. Just go crazy. Make Emmeline get even more power. Let's keep drive checking, bros. All it takes is like one crit. All it takes is like one crit. Oh, no guards. No guards. Oh, baby. Oh, Yu's in trouble now. Yu's in trouble now, bro. Yu's in trouble. Yu's in trouble now. Oh, Yu's in trouble now. That's crazy. Alright, you gotta draw into a PG off of the draw, bro. You gotta draw into a PG right here. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, I hope there's another PG in that hand. But dear days were like, dear God, this is brutal. Hey, you got the PG. It's all good. It's all good. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Damn, we checking all the Cordelias? Pretty good. Yeah, I saw the Valiente. I was like, why is there no Mahar or like, you know, I'm just like, my opponent is in Masters, right? I didn't mess up. They've grinded the rank ladder and they're trying to do something with this like set to Nirvana, right? Let them use Urger. Go for it. Didn't buy the DLC. You don't have to buy the DLC to have maxed out Mahar. He's Persona riding. Little brother's playing. Maybe there's some kind of content creator and they're doing a challenge. Oh, you're right. Maybe they are doing a challenge. Alright. Maybe it's like a I played with anime decks challenge, you know? Maybe they're playing with anime decks. That'd be pretty hype. The kids love that. I do want to play it safe and guard this though. We gonna guard this. Maybe they're broke. But you already own the game. You just have to own the game. Budget deck run. Yeah, maybe, you know what, maybe this is like one of those like Yu-Gi-Oh challenges. Maybe this is Prog. Maybe we're playing in someone that's doing Prog. They're doing Prog for Overdress. This is progression series. We know Urger is in hand. Why no dressing? I don't know, man. They want their salad. They want their salad without anything. Yeah, this is the Vanguard progression series. Just wait till they get to Secrets of Eternity. Alright. They took a while to read what the Blitz order does. But it's a good card to read. Realistically, a Vanguard Prog series would be pretty cool. I should probably watch... But no, Prog would be expensive? Why? They don't do it with real cards, do they? Is that tier 0 meta threat MLB? Give us a good however. Oh, pack simulators, right. Pack simulator? I mean, this is a pack simulator. I think with Deer Days, with the current carpool, we could do Prog, right? I should actually watch Prog to know what it is. Easier to get old packs in Japan? No, not really. It's actually still pretty hard. Honestly, I kind of want this damage. I think I'll just take it. Just give it to me. Oh, god damn. God damn. Crazy. Oh my goodness. Goodness me. Good lord. Let's protect the Emmeline. This is just... At this point, I'm sorry, bruh. At this point, I'm sorry. This MLB is just built different. MLB is just built different today, bro. Whoa! It gave plus 10k! Blaster Blade! Dude, did I drive check the Drilling Angel? I'm pretty sure I drive checked that Drilling Angel. I'm positive. I'm positive. What is that, grade 1? It is the reason why this deck is... I would have 6 damage heal too, that's crazy. Alright. Drilling Angel, baby, get in there. Get in there, baby girl. Put that Blaster Blade right back in there. Get that boy right back in there. Oh my god, and he top decks it. The living legend. That's just crazy, dog. That's real. I actually called something off of Drilling Angel, bro. Called something off of Drilling Angel. The game wants me to win. This isn't even a question. The game wants me to win, bro. Whoa, Blaster Blade swinging for lethal. That's crazy. I can't believe it. MLB, best deck in format. Beats a deck that was like tier 5 in its inception. GG's. GG's. And there you have it. That was MLB. So I got to show it off in a very flashy action. Of course, you know, get that OT, push Cordelia, make more drive checks, and manage to steal the game. But you really got to see, I mean, just like how strong the whole deck as an engine is. You have Emmeline that just like helps so much in my opinion. She's really like the gas of the deck, but Cordelia is really what made this deck so good now by making your grade 2s be able to boost. And I think that that is honestly really amazing. So you got to see, you know, you got to see the protagonist fight versus set 2 Yu. It's great. People really thought MLB was really bad back in the day, by the way, and slept on it until it got its top in set 10 meta in Malaysia. So don't sleep on MLB. it's a pretty cool deck. It's a pretty good deck. And yeah, play MLB equals always check OT, that's right. So if you want to get better at checking OTs, you can play MLB as well. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if you want to support the channel in any other way and get access to some bonus content, you may want to become a YouTube channel member, as it does help a lot in supporting the channel and support what I do here as well. And otherwise, I have a bunch of stuff in the description, so feel free to check that out too. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.